Guys, this is what I'm most interested in. I'm most interested in performing. And I feel like it's been a while since I've actually performed. Like I've made videos about performing. I've uh I've made like how-to videos. I even like sort of gave some like audition examples in one of my videos, but that's the only time I can really think of that I performed. You know what I mean? Like all the other times I've just been doing React content or like random how-to videos for acting, like acting tips and tricks. But that's not what I'm really interested in, you know? Like I don't want like I think it'd be cool to have a community of actors and performers around me and part of these live streams, but I don't know if that's what I really want to do. I don't know if I want to make acting tips and tricks. I feel like the only reason I would make those videos is to get more views, right? Like it's a searchable thing that can bring up more views on Google or YouTube or whatever. And so I'm not saying I'm going to stop making those. I think I'm still going to do those because that's an area that I feel like I know a lot about. But I need to brainstorm ways that I can actually perform and have people come and watch. And it's a scary feeling performing on the internet because who knows, maybe people won't be interested in watching you. Like what happens when you start performing and you're getting no views or no followers because you're just not very interesting to watch. So I feel like that's what I want to brainstorm. That's what I want to figure out here. I want to brainstorm. I want to brainstorm right now a couple ways that we can perform. Actually perform. Like acting. Like I guess you can call making YouTube videos in general performance, right? Because you're in front of a camera, like you usually have like a plan of what you're gonna do. You're talking, people are watching. So I guess you could consider that performance, but I'm thinking performance wise to do it a little bit more about like acting and modeling. So, and I would love to make it interactive with you guys that are watching me on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook, these different platforms. So, let's start brainstorming. And if you guys have any suggestions of ways I could do this, let me know in the chat because I don't know if I've really seen this done before. Um uh I haven't necessarily looked around for it on Twitch, but I haven't really come across people doing this. So number 1, look how straight I drew that line. Oh, you can't even really see it. Oh yeah, you can. Okay. Look how straight I drew this line, by the way. All right, so number 1. And then I mess it up with a period. I think it'd be cool to do a performance. You know what? Let's do this. Performance that is that changes with chat input. So like for example, let's say you know what, let's write these down just in case. Scripts written by chat. So let's say, oh, can I not edit it? Okay, maybe this isn't the best way to do it. I have to make it bigger like this. Written by chat. So let's say like let's say someone writes the small monologue. Like maybe we have a Reddit or a place to people probably on Discord. I don't know. I'm not super into Reddit. I don't know if I'm like the only one out there that's not super into it, but let's say we just have a place where people can send in, even if it's just like a couple sentences, something for me to read, you know? It's almost like a donation where they're like, people have a question or they're like wanting to say something to you, but instead it's a script. They want it to be performed, you know? Scripts written by chat, similar to donation. It doesn't have to be donations, but something like that. I'm not saying I want it to only be through donations, but similar to donations, but but the sender wants it to be performed. I'm terrible at spelling. So I think that'd be pretty cool. I think another option is the longer performance. And if chat spams a certain accent, yeah, let's say that we have 3 or 4 accents to choose from. You know, like let's say I can do an Irish accent, a Southern American accent, a British accent, a Russian accent. Like let's say I can do those 4 accents, German, French. I could do all of those. So let's say I have like 6 accents to choose from. And whatever someone in chat says to change, like, hey, you're reading this, but now change to German. I have to instantly change to a German accent. I think that'd be pretty cool. And I think it's interactive with you guys, the users as well. So like if you just spam French a whole bunch while someone else is trying to get British in there, you know, like you could win and have me switch to French, and having some way to record that and relay it back to you guys would be cool. I feel like in order for that to be fun, I would have to get some chat. Like with all of these, it's more fun with the more people participating, right? But I think once we start doing it, like that's the way to do it. It's like we just have to start doing it, and then hopefully people will find that entertaining. Like I have a couple of you guys watching right now on Twitch. Okay, I have one person watching me right now on Twitch. By the way, whoever you are, you're my freaking hero for hanging out on Twitch, man. So I have like one person hanging out on Twitch. So it's not going to be super interesting if I'm just start performing a monologue right now. Just like some King Henry III like script. And then you say French. And now I'm just doing the whole thing in French. Like I guess you could say another language just to see me switch. But what I'm just trying to say is it'll be more interesting the more people that watch, right? So longer performance. Chat decides what accent to use. And it doesn't have to be like serious monologues. It could be anything. It could just be like memes or something. Yeah, like I could read memes. Yeah, what if we did something like that? Read memes. What? We could do like funny stories. I don't know, anything entertaining really. Chat decides what accent to use. Give like 5 options. Okay, cool. So I think that's a good idea. Performance, this is kind of like the overall arcing thing. So we have like 2 ideas so far. Scripts written by chat, similar to donations, but the sender wants it to be performed. Longer performance, chat decides what accent to use. Give 5 options. Okay, read memes, funny stories, anything. These are pretty good. These are 2 pretty good options actually. Both of them require the input of chat. So that, like, maybe I could start it off, but hopefully that would bring in more. But this is more in the future. This is something that I can do right away. So let's draw a line here. I don't know. Again, I'm gonna make this into a YouTube video, right? So I don't know how interesting this is for you guys watching. If you guys have stuck around this long in the video, uh, definitely I appreciate it. That's all I want. All I want is for you to hang out and watch my videos. Don't even need to subscribe if you don't want to. Obviously, like I wouldn't mind it, but yeah. So this is long term, okay? This is for the future. And now I don't know what I'm doing. That's for the future. This is for the now. Okay? So, let's do future. Now. Because I don't have that many that much input from chat, obviously, if you guys are watching this live. So, let's talk about what I can do right now as a performer. Right now as a performer to perform and make content that's at least a little decent. So, OBS scenes. Now I've thought about this. I've taken huge inspiration from Dr. Disrespect, right? Like, by far one of the best streamers of all time. And I think what makes him awesome to watch isn't really the gameplay. It's him, right? It's him and his environment that he's built. So I think having a cool story to our live streams where we have a introduction, a middle, and an end, not just like starting soon screen. I'm talking about like actual story screens. That when I'm live streaming, there's a constant story being told. Like we can still play games, we can still mess around, just have like random interviews with people. Like we can still do whatever we want. But it's all done within a universe or a story that's created. And this universe or the story can change all the time, right? So, OBS scenes, beginning. Okay, middle, end. And it's all done through story. And then we can put in Dr. Disrespect here. Because he's a good example of how this could work. Dr. Disrespect. And I think in this story and in this universe that we create, we could implement these other things. But this is something that we can do right now, is fabricate this story. The I guess the only hard part is my is Dr. Disrespect. I think the only hard part is creating the scenes, right? Like I would have to either hire an animator or hire an artist to draw and make these scenes. So I could go donate some extra plasma, get some money going to build these scenes out. So I think that's the probably going to be the goal or the situation with that. We could do I think streaming more regularly would be good. Just like putting out more content in general. I think that'd be important to do. I know that this has been sort of live streaming, but I think I just need to make more content in general. And I think I would be pretty good at the whole TikTok Vine style thing where you like act out small little parts back and forth. Back and forth acting. I call it Vine, but maybe that's just because I'm a boomer. Back and forth on TikTok. Ooh, with this is building on other people's back and forths. I think that would be good. Who was the girl that on TikTok that does this? I'm gonna pull him up right now. I can't remember her name, but there's a girl. I don't know if I'm even following her, but she does a pretty good example of this. Really, she's just trying to be funny, but I think it could really work in the performance side of things. And I wonder if there's a way to do more serious type of content with this. Streaming more regularly, back and forth. Building on other peopled back and forth. On other back and forths. I don't know if we have to really think about grammar and spelling right now. And I need the hard thing is I need to like actually start doing this. Find TikToks. I want a couple more ideas of what I could actually do right now. I just need to start writing. Create game. Create a game. Game. Invite actor. Invite actor friends to participate. Because I have friends that could join in, whereas the chat and stuff is still small right now. We're still growing. We're still starting out. But my friends could jump on, which makes it more interesting because more of us are bouncing around ideas. So I have to come up with an interesting game where you invite actors to participate. We could do copy. We could do copy expressions. So that's an idea. What if we throw up an image of an actor or a funny face or a meme or something, and the 3 actors that I have on the screen, or 3 performers that I have on the screen, have to copy that expression and hold it while I rate it, or while the chat rates it. And they can't move or change it. I think that'd be really good. I think this is a good start. Let's see if I can squeeze out one more idea out of my brain. A copy expression game, actors, copy picture, and hold for 10 seconds. I rate which. This isn't me performing though. I guess me being like a game show host is kind of performing. So I feel like this would be interesting to watch, and it would get other performers involved as well. So it's still performing. Yeah, I like this idea, even though it's not as much of me myself performing. So let's try to come up with one more idea that just involves myself, and I don't have to rely on someone else. Music. I could play music live for you guys. That's scary. Okay, maybe not. I could do impressions. Okay. Practice / impressions. I feel like that's a pretty good one. Like, for example, we could pull up Winnie the Pooh, pull up a whole bunch of sound bites of Winnie the Pooh talking, and then I could practice it. That gives me performance. It also increases my skill. Yeah. Okay. I think we could come up with even more, but I think this makes me pretty happy what we've got so far. I think we're gonna call it good there. And I think what I really need is to make a plan of when I can implement these things into my future streams. I think that's one of the thing that's holding me back in my YouTube and Twitch and TikTok, is that I don't really have a direction or like a single goal that I'm working towards. I think I'm just going around trying to figure that out. And so the content that I'm making is just like varied and all over the place. So yeah, I think this at least helps me in my brain compile and narrow down a direction that I want to go. So I don't know if this video was helpful to anyone. There might be one person out there that came across this video and watched it and might have I don't know if you found it entertaining, but I hope you found it useful. So I appreciate that one person that's made it to the end. Hey, one person. You know what? You don't even need to subscribe. Just keep hanging around. Share with me your ideas so that I can get better, and I'll try to do my best at continuing to share my ideas with you. So yeah, we'll end it there, guys.